Good evening and tonight, viewers. It's Three Roads Gaming here with more Let's Play Breath of Fire 3. Last time we learned that Bunyan wasn't home. Also, got some gear for... Got some more croc tears. And I stole a waist cloth. I'm only stealing the one because... Ray has better... I think Ray has better armor. Oh wow, the waistcloth might be better than the leather armor as well. Well, he's at a high enough level, I don't think it matters. Let's move the bracers over to Tipo for a little extra defense. I don't care about Tipo that much. He's not going to be a long-term asset. Let's just leave it at that. Anyway, let's see what we got here. I'll swipe another healing herb off this fine gentleman. Fine. Well, all the same. Sure, whatever. Let's just grab another croc tier here. There we are. Those are decent for out of battle healing. Let's go find ourselves wherever Bunyan's spot is. Just charge. Press L1 twice to charge. I think you can learn Blind from Rippers, which if you use it on Aigu's and it succeeds, you'll get more experience. It's not really worth it, I don't think. Let's see here. Yeah, Cedar Woods is a little bit of a maze. Okay, Bunyan does not live down here. Oh, what the hell. I'll try and steal another waistcloth. I learned Influence as well, which is going to be very handy later on. I think stealing works in this game like it did in 4, which is dependent upon your speed. And since the boss goblin has crazy high speed, he's harder to steal from. Even though Ray is also very fast. Or it might be one of those where it's got like a steal % chance. Alright. I'm not gonna go out of my way to get another waistcloth. Alright, there we go. Alright, level 3. Yes, Bunyan is not over here. Also, we're about to lose access to Ray for a bit after this, so I'm going to give Tipo his old gear. There we go. We're just gonna defend, because if this guy spawns alone, he's always gonna escape. I can't remember if there's ever a point at which you will outspeed him, but it is gonna be a long time before that is the case. There we are. Okay, so we go up here and then to the right. And then we can see Bunyan's cabin. Alright, sure. Influence. I guess you could say he's an influencer. You can also steal a bent sword off the goblins. And I'm gonna do that at some point because I want to. I do, even though it's a really crappy weapon, I do have a reason for wanting to do it. Actually, I want... Ooh, I found a bent sword. Perfect. I would like to get another one. That would be very handy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but having a bunch of weapons is going to benefit me. Let's put it this way. Alright, so we just hit L1. We put Ray in front. He can pick the lock. Who else lives around here? Who's gonna hear us? What neighbors does he have? Well, there's a plate. Unless he's got some sort of weird art piece. Alright, let's see here. I don't have nothing there. Let's see what he's got downstairs. This looks like a larder or something. Got some wood. Boxes, a barrel. Ooh, jerky. That makes sense. I mean, it's what you do when you need to preserve your beef. You jerkify it. Jerk it on up. Also, where was he going? Was this like a trick? A ploy, if you would? Honestly, learning what we kind of learned about Bunyan, I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Wahee! Yeah, sure, you do that. Tipo, you have my utmost faith that nothing will happen to you. Trust me. Whap. That's just so... Just... Punch. We were already mugging people on the road. How much lower could we sink? We're working. I mean, we live in the woods, like, we don't have cops or anything. He is pretty strong. No, not quite. How much Bunyan knows about things is never really very clear. I think he might know something about Ray, let's put it that way. If you're wondering what he knows about Ray, well, I'm gonna answer that question for you later, Tiger. We're just gonna have to wait on that one. Anyway, we got our first mini game. As far as mini games in this game go, this is one of the least stupid ones. Keep chopping wood. Okay, there was, I think it was the Jacksonville Jaguars had this coach and his philosophy, because, you know, a lot of coaches are red asses. They're like, keep chopping wood. That was his philosophy. So he literally had like an axe and a log for the, you know, people, for the guys to chop at as like a visual metaphor. Well, the punter cut open his foot with that. I think it was the Jaguars. Some guy did. I think it was Jack Del Rio. Yeah, keep chopping wood. But yes, maybe their kicker. I don't remember. One of their special teams players cut open his foot. Hey, gotta keep chopping wood, though. Alright, cool. Yes, I understand. Do it. So you gotta wait for it to start to fall, but just a little. It's kind of fun to hit Tipo. You don't really get anything out of this other than the satisfaction of having cut logs in half. It's not like Breath of Fire 4, where the mini games will give you stronger dragons. I usually get about 20. That's a very interesting philosophy, Tipo. Let's indeed go after Ray. And we're going to be down Ray for a bit. That's why I handed off his equipment. I could learn blind if I want to, but I don't. Anyway, it works like it does in every other JRPG. Shoots your accuracy to hell. Actually, I'm doing a trial run of Legend of Dragoon, and blind in that one actually prevents you from physically attacking, which I like. Alright. I'm going to camp and rest and save. So we will do that. Anyway, next time on Let's Play Breath of Fire 3, we will go chase after Ray. And we'll find out what's new with him. Because I'm sure he's got a lot of news to, you know, report. Anyway, this has been Three Roads Gaming. Stay curious, never stop learning, and make sure to keep gaming. Have a good one, everybody.